play it.
We live.
Yes, sir.
It's live.
Man, this is dropping Jews.
Yes, sir.
Welcome everybody to this new podcast, Dropping Jews.
Redefining what we thought was true.
So today we wanted to talk about
Just that Jew, that energy, man. Einstein ain't gonna know how to act, man. One Nikola Tesla when you need him.
We live, me. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We back, baby. Dropping Jews podcast. We in the building, baby. We live on YouTube, man. It's a blessing. It's a new year, new intentions, new motivations. So you know what it is, man. What's up? What's up? I got my man Meech here, brother from another mother.
What's
What's
good,
good,
everybody?
baby?
Internet
What's good,
world.
man? Yeah, this dropping Jews sports edition today, baby. You heard me? We're gonna talk about them LA Lakers, aka what Charles Barkley called them old geezers.
Nah, they right. Los Angeles. Los Angeles Lakers. That should be their new fucking name.
Hey,
Los Angeles. Hey,
hey,
they some
how you
busters.
go from a competitive game against the Dallas Mavericks and then come back and go against the LA Clippers and look like trash, bro?
They had Reggie Jackson looking like Pete Maravich, Allen Iverson, John Stockton, like whatever
everything.
all the top 10 point guards you could think of in the last 30 years, Reggie Jackson looked like all of them at once against the fucking Lakers.
Hey, my man Reggie Jackson had that one play, man. He crossed Russell Westbrook so bad he tried to trip him, dog.
But you know what? Russ deserved it because he be doing this too much. He be rocking the baby too much. So, like, he be deserving some of that taunt. So he deserve it. Like, he be rocking a baby, and I'll be like, dude, look at your record. I like Westbrook, and it ain't no shame on him. Westbrook, I like you, but you need to realize you 33. I'm 34. I'm a year older than you. Listen to your elders when I talk to you. Father Time gonna catch up with you, bro. And it has caught up to you. You not the athletic 26-year-old you once was. You have to play with this now. You can't play with the athleticism, and that's the problem with Westbrook game. He don't know how to play with his mind. I'm sorry, I'm going off to another tangent.
We're gonna dive right into it, bro. So what are you seeing from the way they playing this year?
Offense is terrible. I feel like what I've watched with the Lakers is that their defense get better when the ball going in the bucket. And when the ball is not going into the basket or bucket, then they have a tendency to complain, to lag, not have the tenacity that they should have. And again, we have to look at their offense. And I feel like this is solely a coaching issue with their offense. LeBron is not at a stage in his career where he can do what he did at Cleveland when he had Jordan Clarkson, he had Rodney Hood,
Yep.
He had J.R. Smith. He can't do that now. So you need movement. And this is the other thing. When you have people working on defense, then it's harder for them on offense. Like, I feel like a lot of teams, they just sit in their positions on the Lakers, save energy, and then work the Lakers when it's time for the ball to get on the offensive side. But go, what you think?
Well, I think to piggyback, even to add what you just saying, I think a lot of times there's not enough player movement, and also there's not enough ball movement to help them get easier shots, man. As far as to help them get easier shots. And I do agree with you that they offense depicts how they play defense. That momentum takes them out the game when they missing baskets or they missing easy layups, or when Russell trying to take on three players at a time and he gets blocked, or LeBron is trying to carry them on his back, and that exerts a lot of energy. He ain't
Even
30 no more.
THT, even
Huh?
THT, he does that for
Yeah,
us work.
yeah.
He might have a one-on-one moment. I'm looking at him like, dude, you ain't even solidified. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand confidence, but it's about having confidence within the system. And Russell Westbrook isn't that elite anymore for him to play outside the system. Like I noticed times where he'd get the ball on the wing and then he'll just try to take it to the court. And he's not that athletic to get past anybody anymore. So it's like, bro, you have to realize you're not the same person you once was. And I think that that's the hard thing for Westbrook to realize. Again, I like you, Westbrook, so I don't want you to take it personal. You might not like what I'm saying, but fuck, I don't give a fuck. You getting paid $43 million a year. I'm not getting paid none of what you paying, so I can criticize the fuck out of you. When I
Go
go to
watch.
hey, when I go to my job, every everything that's expected of me to do, I have to do when it's time to complete each task.
Yeah.
Whereas you get paid $43 million, and as a basketball player, a jump shot is a prerequisite, and you ain't got this, so you need to go back in the lab, bro.
Hey, that even that
Simple as
bank
that.
shot, that bank shot ain't hitting like it used to. You hear me?
So
but
go ahead.
but I will say, Russell Westbrook is not just the problem, though.
What else you think?
I think they don't have enough role players that know their roles as far as a basketball team. Like you can have two or three superstars, but you got to have some good. You got to have a good supporting cast, man. Like your bench mob got to be good. The people that surround you have to be good. They got to be the ones that come out there and be the dogs. I think a lot of times they got a lot of scores, but they ain't got a lot of dogs on that team right now.
I
You know what
agree.
I'm saying? And with Anthony Davis, him not playing, he's in and out, in and out. That kind of kills the with the team, I guess with the team, with the camaraderie of the team of playing together. Because now we almost in playoff mode. Right now, the Lakers in the ninth place. So they in the play-in tournament right now. If they keep playing like they've been playing, they might fall out of that mug and just might not make the playoffs.
So this is where I feel like there is a little bit of understanding why the Lakers is where they at. LeBron, AD, and Westbrook haven't played 20 games together,
It's
believe
facts.
it or not.
Facts.
And so also within that identity, I feel like the offense didn't feature enough Anthony Davis,
I agree with you.
even when he played. And I feel like it's incumbent on the coach. Again, Anthony Davis is not an alpha male or how we consider an alpha male to be within our society. So you have to make sure as a coach, look, we running the offense through you.
You gotta, yeah, you
And
gotta, yeah, you gotta run it. He gotta want the ball too, though. He can't just
again,
get
we don't know what they talking about behind the scenes, but when
facts.
you watch the game, it doesn't look like the offense is ran through Anthony Davis.
Well, like you said, the the one thing that these players ain't gonna be, they ain't gonna be Father Time. So let's get that straight. So you gotta adapt to where your game is. I see LeBron has done that. He just not going in and dunking on everybody like he used to back in the day. But when you was talking about Russell Westbrook, you got to figure it out now, bro. like you said,
Shoot.
they got to realize that AD is that guy now.
He is that guy.
So you got to run that offense through him. But you know what the problem is? It's too much analytics in basketball to where the old time, the old play of the game where you run through the big, man, that still work today. And I think the problem is with analytics, they figure, well, a 3-point shot is better than a 2-point shot, a mid-range shot. That's why when you looking at like DeMar DeRozan and him, he just making like he's MVP conversation and he's making all his scores in the mid-range. Like analytics supposed to be crushing all that's going on right now. And that's not happening. And like you said, they gotta feature AD, and then AD got to get more hungry too, man. He got to tell them, look, give me the ball. Man, sometimes you just got to speak up. You can't be up there. I understand LeBron is what he is, but he's gonna have to realize it too. In order to make his game easier, he has to go through AD.
The mechanics of Russell Westbrook's shot is clearly off. I just have to add that onto what you were saying. He shoots as if he was 26 years old, and he's not. Because he releases his shot at the highest point, and it doesn't look natural. And maybe he shouldn't jump as much when he shoots. Yeah. But it needs to be a motion, a natural motion for himself. And as you said, AD should call for the ball more, but also the offense should run through AD. And I like how LeBron has adapted. Ever since that ankle injury last year, he's kind of hesitant to go into the paint as much as he once did. Now, people will say, well, he don't finish as much. Look, the dude is 37 years old. Yeah.
Ain't no
we gotta look at the reality. In my opinion, he their best player.
Flat out.
37 years old.
I mean, he's still in the top 10 as far as scoring.
Westbrook, for you to be not, and then people say he be stat padding. Listen, for him to even score at 37, you can say stat pad. It ain't an easy feat. Like you can say he's stat padding all that. He's still scoring.
Yeah.
So we have to look at that reality when we are so quickly to criticize greatness.
Yeah, we talk about LeBron too. LeBron, like you said, that's greatness. So
Westbrook need to take notes, and I think Westbrook's problem is he don't know how to be a team player. His defense is atrocious. Westbrook can't play defense. He played like that fucking rec ball defense, like with his hands, and he played the passing lanes. Now he can rebound, like rebounding. He one of the best rebounding guards. But like one-on-one defense is horrible. He don't move his feet. He moves his hands before he moves his feet. Then once he get beat, he'll wait. Like I seen him throw a turnover. I seen this motherfucker throw a turnover. Run to the kind of stunt at the guy who he threw the ball with. The guy threw it over his head. He just froze. Or Westbrook just froze. I'm like, this dude defense is horrible. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just have a problem with Westbrook and how he played defense. It's horrible.
So let me ask you this: if there was a trade for Westbrook and John Wall, would you make that trade?
I don't think it fixes the Lakers' real issue. They got salary cap issues.
Facts.
And I feel like you don't want to swap one bad contract to another bad contract. Their problem is they should never got fucking Westbrook. They should have got DeMar DeRozan. They should have kept Caruso. But LeBron, if the reports are true, let me say it like this. If the reports are true, LeBron was a part of picking this team. LeBron is at fault. And the front office is a fault for can this. Because
and
they
shit.
Well, Well, that's Palinka, Kurt Rambis, and his wife.
Yeah.
I don't know why they listen to Kurt Rambis. You heard me? That nigga's been. I'm sorry. Let me shut up.
And she's like,
Never mind.
he's like Kurt Rambis, huh?
He was a horrible coach. I say that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man. So what is so okay? We talked about Westbrook. We talked about LeBron. I mean, AD currently he's injured. He's not on the court enough for us to really. I mean,
Free flows.
All right. So what do you think of like Malik Monk and them and the rest of the team?
THT, I like the potential, but I just feel like they've pushed him in too much responsibility too soon. I don't think he
Mm.
learned the game. Like he do a lot of stupid ass fouls. That just like he got them old like so the old heads should be having the fouls that THT have. THT be doing some old heads fouls like I don't want to play defense. That's what he's like.
He said you don't want to play defense.
I think he got potential, but I would have kept Caruso over him any day. Malik Monk, he having a great season. I think he a great asset, and he just trying to play. It's a fucked up situation, but I like him. See, the thing is, the young guys with the Lakers outstand because they play hard. Monk, you got
Is he a good defender? Malik Monk? You think
he ain't the great defender, but
he can
they
play
young. They young. You get what I'm saying? So they better
Austin
than
Reeves.
and even Austin Reeves getting his. They be going after his ass. They have, but he played hard. Like Austin Reeves, Stanley Johnson, those three they play hard. And you got to give credit where credit's due.
That's them dogs we talking about.
They better. Again, they understand their role.
Oh,
Westbrook, he is just fucking horrible.
What about with so currently what's his name? He's out too, but he's a big piece. The one from Miami. Can't think of his name. He I shouldn't say what's his name? The guard, the one that's currently injured. He came from Miami though. Young guy.
Kendrick Nunn.
Yeah, Kendrick Nunn. So they missing Kendrick Nunn right now.
They old. The Lakers is old. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What about Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard, man? And
listen, man. I like Carmelo. I like Dwight, but it's just hard. It's so see what they needed to do. They need more young people to mix it in so they can get to the playoffs, and then you start playing them veterans a little bit more. But they put so much. You had to sustain and. Veterans gonna coast. I'm gonna be honest, them niggas gonna coast. Like you know how to, I pace myself when I'm working out. I ain't nowhere near the age of Mark. I'm a couple years younger than Carmelo, but I pace myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't go crazy. It's a marathon, not a 100-meter dash. You get them young dudes like Austin Reeves to do all the brunt work.
Yeah. So you think they missing those players like Kyle Kuzma?
They should have kept Kuzma.
What about old boy from what's his name? Martell what's his name? Hartwell or I forgot his name.
Martell Harris.
Montreal.
Nah, they should have let that nigga go.
Definitely Alex Caruso. He's shining over there.
He fit the Wizards perfectly.
He do, yeah. He do. Kyle Kuzma?
No, Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, okay.
I like Montrezl, but he's just not no Lakers fit. I think they should have tried to at least keep Kuzma,
KCP, Caldwell Pope.
You know what I'm saying? I would have kept Caruso over Caldwell. And I would have tried to get another person to put in, and then we would have seen what it do. But they mortgaged so much of their future for AD in the win now mode, and AD don't even play games because he always hurt.
So how you feel about the coach?
Horrible. He horrible.
Do you think it's him or are they just not buying
It's
in?
him. It's horrible because like these people keep these. Listen, they like, oh, Frank Cavola was a great coach. First and foremost, a great coach ain't gonna have 30 different lineup changes on your starting lineup. A great coach is gonna run an offense. You can tell the Lakers don't practice. I don't even think the Lakers practice consistently, bro. I think they just go out there and play, bro. Like it's like also because they squad is so old, they don't practice, bro.
Yeah, they need that
Like
rest
on some
time.
real shit.
Yeah.
And so that's why I feel like the coach don't have a handle. So even if that's the case, like even if Frank Vogel don't have no say on it, like I wouldn't even coach a team that I can't have a practice with because they play like they don't practice with one another.
And like
Like
when I hoop, brother, I need about 2 or 3 days recuperation. You heard me?
and so they don't practice because they need the rest. Them niggas ain't practicing. So come on, bro.
All right, what'd you say?
Them niggas ain't practicing, bro.
So do you? Okay, without AD being there, we know AD is not there. What is the? I would think the best solution would be, for one, I think they're not utilizing Carmelo at his strengths. I think Carmelo is great in the box, and then maybe like some screens or something at the 3 where he can get an open shot. But I think Carmelo has a great post-up game that's underrated, and I think they're not utilizing that, as well as LeBron James. So we know AD is not there. So we know we got to run through LeBron James. If we put him on the box, I believe if they had player movement and ball movement, they can score that ball easier, man. But when you standing around looking at LeBron and then LeBron getting 2-3 people on him, then it's easy for them to go get back on defense. When you really ain't moving, why play defense on y'all?
Well, let's just talk about the real thing.
Okay.
When you play on an elite level, everybody can score.
Facts.
Excuse me. When you play on that elite level, everybody can score. So it's incumbent on a coach to make sure that people get the opportunity. And it's just like when you start touching a ball, you play harder. And like a lot of times when the Lakers play, they play this, oh, LeBron save us, one-on-one basketball. But when LeBron, obviously we just mentioned he don't go to the basket as he once did. So when LeBron give up a long 3 miss or a missed layup and he complaining to the refs, it's so demoralizing to the team where it's a 4-on-5 fast break essentially. And so people like, well, if LeBron gonna sit up back there and complain, or he gonna miss a long 3 and not run back, why should I? So it to me it becomes it's a virus in a locker room that it starts with the top down. And so, LeBron really have to look at himself first and foremost and really realize that he is partially some of the reason on why the culture of that locker room is not about winning, right? It's about, well, all-star player is complaining to the refs and it is demoralizing. Or he complains and you see it. But again, LeBron is very savvy about his public relation image. But he got to understand just because you LeBron James, I call his ass out if I was a bum. I'm like, you got to stop complaining to the ref. I will call him out. You know what I'm saying? Because it fucks up the team morale. We going to war together,
bro.
You say what?
You might get traded.
Man, you harsh. You hella harsh. Damn. You say motherfucker might get traded. Damn.
Released.
Traded, released.
I'm just joking, y'all. I don't know if that man got that much power, I do feel like he got input though. You know what I'm saying? That's taken seriously. Um, but why? Okay, so you said LeBron. Okay, I understand he's the guy in the locker room. But who's the dogs in there? Like, who cares if LeBron ain't getting back on defense? Like, if I see a fast break and I can make a block, gonna do. I'm doing it. Like, I don't need to get validation from LeBron.
I just think it's just like with anything. Like you go on a job or you got a project with some coworkers on the job. Let's just say it's 4 of you on the project and 3 of y'all holding y'all weight and one person isn't. You know, you're gonna look at the other person a certain type of way. So a team is a team for a reason. And so when you on one end of the court bitching complaining to the refs, but yeah, your team running back, it ain't a team no more.
That's true.
Yeah. So I mean, he really, and I that's the only thing I dislike about this. A lot of the NBA, because the NBA, and this is the thing, it ain't just this era, it was in previous eras too, but they gotta understand, y'all get paid fucking millions of dollars, and y'all bitch and complain to the refs about bullshit. Now, again, sometimes it's warranted, few times, but most of the time they be complaining about knick-knack calls.
Hey, Meech, a foul is a foul, bro.
Yeah, all of them do it too. It ain't just like I said.
Nah, that's real. So, what do you see the Lakers? Are they going to make it to the play-in tournament?
I don't think so. They horrible.
For real?
Yeah,
Why you say that, bro?
they horrible, bro.
You know they
They
got the
horrible. Now I've watched this team and they just look like they gave up. And coach and Vogel lost the team, so it's like they going through the motions. They horrible, bro. I
So
hate to say that.
hey, you don't see them beating out the Spurs or the Blazers?
No, I think it's the Pelicans and the Blazers right now.
Well, yeah, the Pelicans and the Blazers. The
Yeah,
Spurs.
but the way they lose and they gonna fuck around. Hey, New Orleans first round picking this year looking more and more better.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Without Zion.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They get another first rounder, but I mean, you do that trade 100% of the time because it's Anthony Davis, but at the same time, the Lakers
But you know what?
just
He had issues in New Orleans too, though. He was hurt a lot there too.
some niggas just built to be hurt. And he one of them. I hate to talk about it because I like Anthony Davis, but and I know he probably feel a way about it too. His confidence ain't high. You know what I'm saying? But he just injury prone. It's just the reality. He gonna miss about 20 to 40 games a season. So you
Yeah.
just have to bake that in with his contract.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. I still think they can make the play-in tournament. I still think they will when AD come back.
Man, he might not come back. They horrible. This little
That is
small
a possibility.
this small ball lineup is horrible. It's horrible. It's hard. I don't know what the fuck wrong with Frank Vogel.
Well, who's the starting five? You got Westbrook, LeBron. Is
He
Dwight
had
starting?
he had Austin Reeves and Dwight and somebody else started last game. Somebody else started last game. Austin Reeves and Dwight. Somebody else started the last game.
THT don't start, do we?
Nah, he don't.
What about Trevor Reza?
Nah, you know he's slow. His molasses. I'm just telling you, his ankle. He got ankle injury. He can't move like he was.
He scored in my life.
Yeah.
Hey, Beach.
What?
I'm talking about the Lake Show. Like,
I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm just frustrated this season. And I don't want Lakers faithful to take it personally, but this season has been like very disappointing. I just ain't got no respect for the effort they put out because again, you getting paid millions of dollars a year. And for you not to pay attention to detail, put the effort in, just spits on the face of somebody who working at McDonald's, who working minimum wage, who working their ass off for the little month, the couple $100 they making, you know what I'm saying,
They come
a
and get
month, a week, every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a spit in their face, and they just it's about professionalism. The Lakers haven't been that.
they haven't, huh? Well, I mean, you're right because they not meeting the expectations that they was granted in the beginning of the season because everybody had them like the top three team in the West, and
Right.
it really ain't looking like that. With the emergence of Golden State, Memphis. I like Memphis.
What you think about Memphis?
Woo! They're gonna be a handful. Now they gonna run into some problems in that second round though, because they got, when you go against those Golden State, the Phoenix Suns by far is the best team in the NBA right now. They just know how to play together. No matter who in there, they always know the system. Uh, what's the name? Montel. What's his name? The coach. He a great coach. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton, Crowder. Them guys they play ball. And then the bench squad they good too, man. Like they got a good bench squad, man. And then when you talking about Denver, they only gonna get better at the end of the season, especially when Jamal Murray come back and then Michael Porter when he come out. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
but Memphis Grizzlies, they something else too, bro. They gonna be a problem in the playoffs. It ain't gonna be easy to get rid of them because they play defense. See, those teams like Memphis and Miami, them guys play defense. So you can't make too many mistakes against those teams because they gonna capitalize off of that. And the way John Morant playing, boy, John Morant, he could be in the MVP race right now too. The way he balling.
yeah, no, the dude got game. I respect it.
So let me ask you this, dog. I mean, I know I'm in retrospect, but do you make that trade for AD?
Yeah, you do because you got a title out of it. I know. Yeah, you do. You make the trade because you get a title out of it.
You just wouldn't made the rest of the trades of this year, or
Yeah,
not recent.
the rest of the trades wasn't working. Yeah, they fucked up with the rest of the trades, but you make that trade because that's a generational talent. Like, and I feel like Anthony Davis' skills are still raw. Like, I don't even feel like he's reached his true potential. Like, people were saying, "Oh, he the best." Like, no, he ain't really. He's not really as skilled as like Embiid. He not skilled like that, but he got a potential to be skilled like that, right? But he's far from as skilled as Embiid. But he got potential, and so no, when you got a talent that has potential like him, you make that trade 100% of the time. They fucked up because they still could have been a decent team. Because he was hurt last year when LeBron now
Yeah, he was.
before LeBron had his ankle. I think the ankle injury. I think the Lakers was like first or second in the Western Conference.
They were. They
You
were.
know what I'm saying? So it's like, why do you fucking change a team that was first or second? Y'all just had injuries. The Lakers lost to the Suns so because they had
They
injuries.
barely lost. They barely lost to the Suns. That wasn't
Right,
like
because they yeah, and they had injuries because AD was
yeah,
hurt.
AD wasn't
LeBron
100.
So
Yeah,
it's like, why would you sit up here and just blow up your whole team after you was really the
right.
top
You
team
ain't even gave them. They gave you a title last year. So how
the
you
year
just
previous? Yeah,
yeah.
stupidity.
Like I still think they are a dangerous team in the playing tournament though. Like if they make it to the playoffs, they're gonna be a dangerous team in my opinion, bro. They ain't got nothing to lose. They already at the bottom. So if they can get a healthy AD and then LeBron, and then hopefully Westbrook can turn it around. That's
Nah, they gonna have to play some that I ain't seen this year, bro, because that's where they gonna lose this. If they play defense, if I see them play defense, I can believe it, but they got to be able to be consistent on their defense. That's their problem. Like, but their defense is contingent if they scoring, so their offense has to open up. Once they open up their offense, okay, I can believe it. But until then, they don't practice. They play this fucking yo hot potato. It's your turn, and it's my turn. It's your turn. Nah, that's not okay. I can believe it. But until then, they don't practice. They play this fucking yo hot potato. It's your turn, and it's my turn. Oh, it's Echo. Okay, I can believe it.
Oh, is that what it was?
They don't practice. I heard her. You heard that?
Yeah.
Yo hot potato. It's your turn, and it's my turn. Oh, it's Echo. Okay, I can believe it.
Oh, is that what it was?
They don't practice. You heard that?
Wow, that thing tripping, ain't it?
It's got a delay. Oh, it's Echo. Okay, I can believe it.
Oh, is that what it was? Can you hear it now?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Nah, but yeah, bro, it's just I don't know, man. I still feel like the Lakers still can make it because I just don't have trust in. Well, the only team they still in ninth place, so if they even make it to the 10th place, but they still in the play-in tournament. I just don't see. I definitely don't see Portland without Damian Lillard, coming back, them making it, as well as New Orleans. I'm not really sold on New Orleans right now, as far as them out. I mean, out, especially if they can get AD back, a healthy AD back. That's a different team. I mean, even in the losses when he was there, I mean, it wasn't like they was getting blown out like they are now because it's horrible. Now, if they get there, but I do think they will get knocked out in the first round, though, even if they make it.
Mm-hmm. They not finna be fucking Golden State or Portland. They be acting God.
You mean
Portland? You know
what? Phoenix,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what? I seen Devin Booker Architectural Digest like cribs on YouTube. And I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a really big Devin Booker fan because they beat Lakers last year, and I'm like, fuck you. But you know what? I looked at that his crib and shit, and how he was talking about his teammates, talking about how he hang out with his teammates a lot. He wasn't saying it like that, but he was saying it like, oh, I got this spot, my teammates, it's a bunch of 7-footers, they come over like, so there's a continuity in that locker room that they all together. You can see it. They look up to Chris Paul.
No, they do.
And so I respect that. Like, I've grown to have a level of respect for Devin Booker, for the Phoenix Suns. You gotta respect the love they have in their locker room. You can tell it's genuine. You can tell it's a team. The Lakers ain't a team. And if they can figure out how to become a team the next month and a half, then I believe in them. Until then, I can't see it because Westbrook said he ain't even know what to expect by putting on that purple and gold. Nigga, like at the same time, like what the expectation is, 21 championships in the rafters. You get what I'm saying? We ain't on the Wizards, bro. We ain't on OKC. For you to sit up here and say that, you already coming. And I know he could have been saying something in the moment, but I don't respect that. As a man, you getting paid $43 million a year and talking about you ain't got no expectation. Like, what the fuck you coming to work for then? Might as well go to an unemployment line. You hear me? Just say you want your check of unemployment. You heard me? Tell the motherfuckers to wave you and get picked up on a fucking wave. Anyway, I'm sorry.
You know what? You just hit something on the button though. The pressure that he's getting playing in the purple and gold is no pressure that he had to deal with playing for those small market teams he was playing for, bro. Like the spotlight is on them 24/7. Like the Lake Show, no matter what they're doing, they gonna get media. They always gonna be in the news. And I don't think that I mean, he I know he from LA, but he ain't never played for the Lakers, dog. Like the Clippers don't even get as much love as the Lakers do. So that third show, like you said, I think it's the pressure getting to him too, and I think that's messing up his game as well. Because a lot of people putting the blame on him, and I don't think it's 100% his fault. Now, he does have something to do with the Lakers being playing poorly, but that pressure that he's facing on an everyday basis, like it's a lot for LeBron. I'm sure it was a transitional phase when he first came there from Cleveland. Like he like, damn, y'all up here hating on me like this, dog. I just got here.
But with LeBron, it comes with LeBron. That's his
That's
brand.
true.
Like
Yeah,
a
right.
LeBron, like Westbrook ain't never seen this type of credit in his career
No.
because he gets hide in small markets and be like, "Oh, I give you a triple double," but now people see that triple double shit is empty because it don't equate to wins.
So
Like
was
that's
he
what
the
sports
problem or was
players
Kevin
do.
Durant the problem?
You see what? Look. I'm just talking straight. Like I don't listen. This is the thing. I could talk shit because we talking shit, but we ain't getting paid $43 million a year. Like this dude is up at the end of the day. He's winning, but at the same time, you be like, really, what is your worth at this point in your career? Because you ain't worth that 43 million. See, then people take it personal, but that's the reality. You don't deserve to get paid your contract because you ain't got a jump shot.
Can you play off of Westbrook? What a
Hell
Westbrook
no.
really? So Westbrook had the ball in his hand. You don't think that LeBron could play off of that
Mm-mm.
to what he's accustomed
No,
to?
because you got to think about what you give up on offense. He compromise. So if he can give you a bucket on offense, he gonna compromise it on defense.
Mm.
If you get, but then at the same time, when it comes to crunch time, he makes stupid decisions.
I mean, he been in those situations before, though. So why he still making
Because
those?
he don't think the game.
Like what
Westbrook,
Shaq told him, Shaq say, "Slow down,
because
man."
because the thing is, I empathize because when I used to play sports, basketball in particular, I used to play like Westbrook. I wasn't thinking, I was just moving. And so you have to have a cerebral approach to the game that I don't think that he truly has mastered because he will always got away with his athleticism. The same fervor as Allen Iverson has. You get what I'm saying? Allen Iverson was able to use his athleticism, but then when that started to slow up, it was difficult for him to think the game, right? Thinking the game is, you know what? I may have to come off the bench. You get what I'm saying? That's thinking the game because it puts my team in a better position because now somebody off the bench can be a scoring power.
Yeah, 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 and I think that's what LA is missing. They don't got enough, like you said, like enough role players that know they can specialize in certain roles to make that a team, a bona fide team, in order to click on all cylinders. Right now, they got too many used to be's or wannabes, or you know what I mean. Like there's nobody, like you said, yeah, you know what I mean. There's nobody
Yeah.
like Stanley Johnson. You know he's gonna give you great defense. He's gonna hustle. If he give you 10 and 15 points a game, that's a plus. But and then when you got like Austin Reeves, you know he gonna hustle. He gonna hustle. He gonna ball. And you know Malik Monk, he a score. So he gonna give you buckets. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta, and I think the coach gotta do better as far as putting them players in key moments and to contribute to that team. And he, like you said, damn, bro.
Okay, I'm good. I didn't hit some shit on the.
Oh, okay.
Nah, that was
No,
me hitting some shit.
but yeah, like the coach got to put them in positions to maximize their abilities, man. And I think Coach Vogel didn't expect that pressure that he was gonna get from being an LA Laker coach, man. Like that come with the territory. Like that's not easy, dog. Like we talking about the biggest the biggest media city
The
media.
biggest, them in New York is the biggest team in the league.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be ready for that. When you coming from Indiana and stuff like that, bro, that ain't the same. You know, them small markets, you can get away with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But I do think the players are not. He don't have the respect of the players because they're not really falling in. They're not buying what he's trying to sell right now. And it's gonna be rough for him, man. I don't think he's the coach next year, honestly.
Nah, that dude gone, bro. Vogel gone, kid.
What they should have did, they should have hired Ty Lue, but they're gonna try to
Bro,
determine who his coaching
bro,
staff
You see what they did wrong? Like Ty Lue would get LeBron in order, like, and then at the same time he got them Clippers playing hard.
Ty
Like,
Lue or Jason Kidd. I think two.
yeah, either
Yes.
one of them. Like it's like he gonna like. Come on now, like they fucked up. Like you can't tell me Frank. Like these analysis be like, oh, it ain't Frank Vogel's fault. Like he's a hard. Like to me, he needs people of lesser talent to coach. He can't coach superstars.
Come on, man. Like when he was with who was he coaching? The Pacers.
Yeah,
Who was his top guy? Karis LeVert, Miles Turner,
talk your shit. You heard me?
Monte Sabonis.
That's what I'm saying.
Them guys ain't like
Man.
LeBron or like I'm gonna tell you another great coach who don't get his due. Eric Spoelstra.
Oh yeah. Spo legit. You heard me?
That dude is a great coach, man. That dude's a great coach. But yeah, man, I think they pulled the trigger too quick on a lot of those pieces they traded away. They should have held up. They wasn't healthy at the time they lost in the playoffs. I think you got to give another team a chance because they the same team who gave you a championship. I mean, pretty much minus a couple of pieces here and there, but that's the same team, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But we ain't gonna harp on this, baby. Hey, L.A. Laker, huh? Hey, Laker. Hey,
Hold
Laker.
on, hold on, real quick. We got to talk about how DeRozan is having an NBA caliber season. I know the Bulls is your squad.
Yeah, that's my squad, man. We might have to talk that on another one, dog. We might have to talk about that one.
No, but I have to bring it up because we were talking about DeRozan and how the Lakers have messed up. But how you feeling about the Bulls and how you feeling about, you know what I'm saying, the potential in the playoffs? Because do you think that y'all coming into this season, y'all can first, second, third round, or what's your expectation this year?
I think the Bulls. It depends on where they land. Right now, they're not playing good. Right now, as far as they're not playing consistently. I should say. Lately, they on a 4-game losing streak. Of course, they're dealing with injuries with Lonzo Ball being out and Alex Caruso and Patrick Williams being out. You know what I'm saying? Scoring only can get you so much, though, bro. And when you go against it, right now they're going against a lot of these top tier teams that they're gonna see in the second round. And right now they haven't proved that they can beat those teams. But also they haven't been fully healthy teams going against these teams. So I got them going in the second round, man. I just don't know if they could beat the Bucks in a 7-game series. I don't see them beating Philadelphia in the same game series.
We got to see because I'm gonna be honest with you, the Bucks was imposters until last year. They was actually imposters until KD didn't just was a few inches away from that line. So
Yeah,
I mean, I think these announcers, I noticed like I noticed the media be dick riding. Right. I'm gonna just say it like that. That's what they do. Like they dick ride. Now, I remember one when Giannis just get his ass beat by the Celtics
and by the Bulls.
and by the Bulls. You can pass them
killing them, dog.
And really, they was teetering last year when they was getting their ass beat by Atlanta, and then they was getting their ass beat by the next. They was like, oh, they're going, and now everybody crowning them. Oh, Giannis is this. So I have to see a couple of seasons of the Bucks to be like that for me to be sold on them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of these people that just gonna jump on a bandwagon. Are they a great team? Yeah, they're a great team. They one of the top teams in the league. Has Giannis improved? Yes, he's improved on what I've seen. Is he a killer? Yes, he's a killer. But I have to see more of them. So playoff time come this year, and if they do what they do again like they did last year, I would believe it. So, but I'm not sold on the Bucks. I'm gonna say this: I'm not sold on the Bucks because to me the East is Philly. I'm not sold on Philly because Philly hasn't improved anything. They imposters to me.
Miami, is the top team right now.
And then Victor Oladipo coming back.
Coming back.
You know what I'm saying? So there's so much movement in the East that you know what I'm saying. And then you talking about the Nets might possibly be in the play-in. You know what I'm saying? And then we don't know. Like there's so much.
Hey, I hope they stay in the play-in because that's gonna be an explosive round one series between them on Philly. Them or Philly, bro. Miami or Philly. Yeah. Or the Bucks if they get up there against. Come on, man. Yeah. My only thing is I don't know if Ben Simmons coming back, but Kyrie Irving, man, that's what's hurting them. They can't get full-time Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, and so I'm torn. Like I understand not getting a shot, I definitely do. But when you have a team, this is the worst team, and you make sacrifices to play as a team, and you're not willing to do something on your end in the bargain, I feel slighted. Like if we decide that we want to play together, then you say, "Oh, I don't want to take this shit," but everybody else have. I feel a little type of way. Yeah. Like even though that's your
dog. Huh? No, what you say? I say, man, fuck you.
No, even though like what he's saying is nothing wrong with how he feels about it, but it's I
came to the team because of you. Remember, I came over because you said
it was nothing wrong with how James Harden felt.
No, it wasn't. But they would have ran away with the East if they would have made it to the playoffs.
I like Kyrie Irving.
I do
Kyrie,
too.
if you ever see this, I don't want you to take this as a slight because I like your personality. I like what you stand for. But I will say, from what the media portray, I'm a frame it like this because I don't know personally. Right. It comes across like Kyrie is self-centered, and maybe he can correct that, but it comes across like that, right? And they framing it like that, and I don't necessarily want to believe it, but that's how it looks.
Facts. Nah, that's what's up, bro. But nah, man, I think we can talk about the Bulls on the next episode if you want, bro. I really, you know, I'm a Bulls fan.
Yeah, you gotta go to the games. You heard it. Go one of them games to the Bulls play. Yeah, no.
Hey, DeMar DeRozan having a great year. I think he should be MVP.
Yeah,
I think he should be MVP.
Yeah, DeRozan outside.
Yeah, he would have did wonders for the Lakers. I don't know what the hell the Lakers was on, man. And then when did you hear the story with Alex Caruso telling the Lakers? He's like,
he was gonna take a pay cut.
Yeah.
That's it. How you gonna this nigga? Like I want, and then it seemed like you see his value more when he on the Bulls than
Bulls. Yep.
Like you see, like why they should have kept his ass. That's on them. That Pelinka, you fucked up. Kurt Rambis, you fucked up. Kurt Rambis, your wife, y'all fucked up. Nigga, like I could have, I could close my eyes blindfolded and pick a better team than them pick. The Lakers straight trash. They garbage.
Lay off on Meech.
Bro, like, because I'm a Lakers fan. They horrible. And ain't nobody saying, look, I watch all my little Lakers podcasts. I look at James Worthy. I like James Worthy. James Worthy's my stogie guy like Worthy. When you ever want to smoke a stogie, hit your boy up. I'll come out there LA. We can smoke one dope here.
Hey, tell him to get some of that Padron there, baby. That Padron cigar.
Hey, Worthy, we have a cigar that we have some Isaiah Thomas, because we're gonna keep it 75 years anniversary, right? Team 75, you heard me? We're gonna keep the team 75, you dig? Worthy and Isaiah. And we might have Magic, look.
Yeah, someone brought up a good point, man. They say hot Damian Lillard and Russell Westbrook on that list, but not Tony Parker.
I don't believe no. I believe there's only a few living players that should have been on that list. Damian Lillard don't deserve to be on the list. Anthony Davis don't deserve to be on the list. Who else was on the list that's still active?
Chris Paul on there. I think Devin might even been on there. I'm not sure.
No, Devin wasn't on there.
Oh, he wasn't on there.
No.
I know it was Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony.
Okay, I can see Carmelo, LeBron, and Chris Paul. I can even see Steph Curry on there, but Giannis shouldn't have been on there.
Yeah, they had Giannis on there.
He shouldn't have been on. He only won a championship last year. Before that, he didn't prove himself. So, like, I don't
Russell Westbrook on there too, I think.
He don't need to be. Westbrook do not need to be on the top 75 list. Like, you know how much, like, people gotta understand the game of basketball has changed.
Mm-hmm.
NBA of 20 years ago was good too, baby.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all sitting up here thinking y'all got revision. Westbrook should not have been on that list. And y'all fucking sports reporters, because those are people who they come up with the different names, and then somebody behind them come up with it. They ridiculous. They don't understand basketball. Westbrook don't need to be on that list. He ain't a top 75 player in this league. He not a top 75 player of all time. He ain't even. And then what y'all go? First y'all say it's about rings. Then y'all.
It couldn't have been that. It couldn't have been that because Tony Parker got 4.
Charles Barkley deserved to be on there, even though he ringless.
He went up against a buzzsaw though, man.
Yeah, but Charles Barkley did. Tony Parker should have been on that list over Russell Westbrook. I say that. Tony Parker. If I needed a point guard on my team, I have Tony Parker over Russell Westbrook. Somebody asked you that question, huh?
Who? Nah, I seen it on a post on Instagram. They had like side by side. They had Russell Westbrook. It was like 0 rings, 0 finals. Then they had like Damian Lillard, like 0 rings, 0 finals. Then they had like Tony Parker in the middle, and they was like 4 rings and 4 finals, like 4 championships and all that. And they was like, he ain't on the list. And they was, you know,
they hating on Mike G. He need to be on the list.
Hey, I think we should do when the playoffs start. I think we should do this on a regular basis, man. Especially when the playoffs start. So you really talk about that because I know you really watch it when the playoffs start playing, man.
And I just look at the game like I see certain people who be talking about this. Oh, they don't look like they want to play. Like, no, y'all gotta understand something. Like, this is the thing about basketball. In any sport, when you realize you facing somebody better than you, they break you down. They can break you down the first 5 minutes of the quarter. You be like, damn, these motherfuckers is good. We ain't got it tonight. Like, you be like, oh, they didn't put no effort. They didn't want no. As soon as the motherfuckers start hitting some threes, they like, this ain't all night.
That's still like, hitting like 14.
Niggas be trying to overcomplicate shit like, oh, they didn't put no. Sometimes a team is better than you, and you know it. The first couple minutes, this is a better team tonight. That's it. Regardless of how hard we gonna play, we gonna get our ass kicked. But these motherfuckers be trying to get psychologists. Oh, the Lakers just didn't play hard today. No, they just realized that motherfucker, these teams are playing harder than them, and they just not as good. Let's just keep that. Go ahead.
That's the LeBron effect, though. I'm just saying, dog, when you going against supposedly the best player of the past decade, you gonna give him your best.
Oh man, because that's the thing. Like, I've noticed teams when they play the Lakers, they all start hitting their threes. It's like I'm like
Anthony Sacramento coming out there 18 to 20, huh?
Anthony Davis even said in the interview, he's like, damn, like these teams, they all make their threes when they play us. Like, yeah, they are. You're the Lakers. You're Anthony Davis. You have a bubble ring that you brag about.
Wait a minute. So you don't validate that?
No, it's not that I validated. I'm just saying, I mean, mindset. Like some people probably feel a way about that bubble ring and don't think it's a real ring. Not how I feel. I feel like it's a ring, but some people might not feel like it's a ring.
Nah, that's
So I mean, you gotta understand, people come into these games with different mindsets than what they think. And the Lakers cushy, like AD, he on Ruffles commercials and shit. Now he didn't got he didn't got ain't nobody speaking it like we speaking it. You hear me?
Like with Zach
You dropping
Levine,
that, huh?
oh no, with T-Pain and shit. Auto
I
tune.
like AD though too, but we gonna talk smack. Like we don't know. Like we have a barbershop talk. Like if he ever got offended, I'm sorry, AD. I like you as a player, but you are on Ruffles commercials. So I can talk shit. I can talk shit. You hear me?
Oh man. Nah, that's real, bro. That's real, man. But no, man, I think this is cool, bro. We might have to do this again, man. You feel me?
Oh yeah, this makes shit better. Like this can open up for other things we can talk about.
Yeah, we can invite other people and shit, bro. You know what I mean? Instead of having them come, we just send them a link. Here, man.
Yeah. That
Might
that
feel a
that
little bit more comfortable with this instead of that.
yeah.
Let me go on here. Hey, man, this Drop of Jews podcast sports
I gotta
edition.
get me a stick tonight. I'm gonna be on some James Worthy.
Hey, we out of here, baby, man. We talk about the Lakers, man. Y'all check us out on our streaming apps, man. We're gonna be on all, podcasts, whatever, man. Pod, whatever, bro. We here though, man. We appreciate it. We
We
out.
outside.